So I'm with Dave Hudson, actor, comedian, dad, living in Kingston. And for the last little while, Dave, the pandemic has kept you at home with your boys. And that poses some challenges, but also gives you an opportunity to bond together. And you've told me about all the things you've been doing in the house with the family to keep everyone entertained and busy together. So you're going to give me a little tour of what you have in your house to do that.
Right. Well, I have three boys, two teenage boys. One is 11. Here's my youngest, Eric.
Hi.
We've always been a fun family, and we have a sizable board game collection. And we also have toys. My wife and I have always liked toys even before we had kids, old Fisher-Price stuff. And so we're big kids that way. But the most popular thing we have in our house that people have asked, because recently we did a renovation over the past year and a half, it took us to do this big thing. And in the one corner of our room, our basement, I should say, my wife has crafted a wonderful Lego room filled with all sorts of good stuff. That's just bricks. Those are just all. And my wife is she's a scientist, so she's an organizer, and I would never be able to do this. I would go crazy. So these are all small pieces, right? Little individual drawers with individual, specialized pieces, all labeled different, and they're all sort of in different sections that she understands. And my youngest is very good. He knows where everything is. He can zoom through this room, find everything he needs to build stuff. There's one of my older sons. Actually, our buddy Mike, a good friend of mine, came over and built this one night when we were hanging out before the quarantine. So we left that because it's super cool. He's great at that. Some classic space Lego. Little houses they made. Oh, little ice cream man. Oh, he's got a gun. There it is. Don't take his ice cream. And I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a little farm and stuff. Yeah, the kids always work, but we actually, the Rocking Horse, which is a lovely little company in downtown Kingston, they have a contest, and my wife and the kids, and I help with the minifigs, built a replica of our, in front of City Hall, the Tourist Bureau, the former railway stop, right? And so we have the horse unit, right? It was recently saved. And then, of course, the Kingston guy's getting a photograph, right? Kids by the little train, the big train in the back. Oh, and then there's a few extras there. Not really. Well, Dan Aykroyd there, look, the Blues Brothers. I made that years ago, actually. And we met up. That's an actual set we got. And then the Titanic from when my oldest was very, very young. We never took it apart because he was crazy about the Titanic, and it's heavy. That's a big build. And then some other cool stuff up here. But that's not even all of because I'll show you down here. There's also drawers. This is just round stuff, right? And my latest, somebody at the start of the pandemic, someone hoarding toilet paper, hand sanitizer.
How much time do you spend in the room with the boys building things, and does it help distract from screens and whatnot?
It comes and goes, you know what I mean? Screens are obviously a big draw, and especially for my teenage boys, right? And they're also, it's always social, it seems, with the screens. They're always either chatting with friends or gaming with friends, which I'm good with. My youngest comes down here the most. He'll come down and just go and build. But every so often, the older boys join in too. And then my wife and I will just come down here, and you'll find yourself puttering, and she loves to put stuff away and organize and end up building something, or I'll end up with Eric building things. So it's a great place to come and just chill out and forget about things and just build something fun, And no adult, no kid, no person can come in here and not start to build. It's impossible to not put bricks together when you're in a room filled with Lego.
So Dave, it's not just a Lego room you have, but you have another room in your house full of more entertainment for the family.
Would you like to see that?
Let's see it.
We have a big gaming table that we've had for years and years and years, and we finally have the space. We bought this house years ago to have it. And this is the most recent display edition. More IKEA shelves with more Lego sets. My personal favorite. I am a huge Ghostbusters fan, as many know who know me. And this is the official Lego Firehouse, which is just, my wife surprised me for my birthday about 5 years ago now, and I couldn't believe it, because it's a huge set. And it is just amazing, in my opinion. Maybe the best thing Lego's ever done. And the Playmobil Ghostbusters, which is also quite a lot of fun. And then if you come with me this way, we have the board game collection. And that's a serious collection we've got there. They're in alphabetical order, and so there's different, like Apples to Apples, which is a kind of a fun party game. We've got like Hunting, Betrayal at House on the Hill, which is like a horror-based game where you're laying tiles. There's Code Names, which I can't recommend enough if you want a party game, or even if you have 4 people. It's like a spy guessing game, but a word game. It's marvelous. Read up the reviews. Don't even, just go ahead and buy it. There's a whole bunch of ones. Duet is excellent. This one is, Coliseum is a wonderful one where you play, you're putting on Roman plays. You're trying to get senators to come see your big, not just plays, but like, you know, chariot races and with horses, and you have to get the supplies and put on these shows. Very cool, very fun. And then, you know, lots of other kids games. Lanterns is a wonderfully calm game where you're building lanterns in the Emperor's Garden. Quite cool. Joking Hazard is very not friendly for kids at all. It's kind of a Cards Against Humanity with cartoon pictures. It can be not for kids, but if you have a twisted sense of humor, it's quite fun. And then some stuff that people know, Ticket to Ride, Quirkle, Settlers of Catan, of course we have. Small World is a really fun family game. Multiple zombie games. You can't find something to play here. I think you're probably not a game guy or a game person.
That's an amazing collection there, Dave. That's a lot of games.
Thank you. And people would always say it's me because I'm the goofball, right? But honestly, my wife she goes to the game store and come back. She hasn't bought one in a while for obvious reasons. We don't need much more, but she loves it, and she's great at games. That's the problem, is I'm not good at games. I'm good with like fun games, but surprise, surprise, I'm not a strategy kind of guy. But we have lots of good friends that, of course, we used to play with, and hopefully we get back to playing with them again.
Spending all this time together at home, what is that? How has that built your family and made it stronger?
Certainly we've have way more opportunities to talk just because life has slowed down so much. And then we're all here, there's just more chances to talk about things, or when they're upset, just having more time to explore those things. And I think in a way, having some space away from friends and the rest of the world has given us an extra chance, because of course teenage boys, they want to be out with their friends, they want to hang out with their parents all the time, but our teenage boys like hanging out with us, at least to a certain extent, and so it's nice. I found we've been able to focus on different things, and they can think about things a little bit more than they would now that they don't have to be rushing to school and back and trying to extracurricular activities and games with friends. They've been able to I think take a moment. I think everybody's been able to take a moment. So I think, like I said, there are still, of course, like anybody, you know, bad days and very sad days and stressful days. But today's a good one. It's a beautiful day now. The weather's really helped. The fact that we can be outside together and we can get bike rides and walks and all those great things. It's been more fun now because it was getting a little tedious, you know. I think most people could agree, but it's important, you know. I can do tedious, right, for important things.
Dave Hudson, stay safe at home with your family.
Thank you. You too.
All right.